It's been 2 weeks since Destiny 2's Edge of Fate dropped, but is it actually worth your money? A lot of hype came with this DLC, but now that the dust has settled, we can finally give a real verdict. I've played through the new campaign, grinded the gear, tested the exotics, and I've got strong thoughts. Whether you're a solo player, a returning guardian, or still on the fence, this review is for you. Let's dive in. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. Before even getting into the campaign, the first thing I want to mention is this DLC has felt like a DLC that has quality of life changes more than anything by implementing a portal system and a new tier system for loot, not really many more exotics, and you know, recycled activities to power grind. It's kind of like all pretty much quality of life because talking about the campaign was cool in terms of the environment and narration, but as many other content creators have stated by now, the gameplay loop was just not really anything amazing. Or if we compare it to something like Final Shape, which I myself and many others have considered Bungie's last good DLC to be, it was expected to not be that good for the Edge of Fate. The ball system and the matter spark, you get really tired of it because it's not really used to where I have to be like, oh my god, I'm stuck on this puzzle. The way they previewed it, a lot of people were thinking, oh my god, like this is pretty cool because it's a whole campaign based off puzzle solving, which is kind of different from past DLCs. And I did like the change up in it, but then you just know where to go. Like you get a ball and you just know, okay, I gotta look for the hole and that's the direction I gotta go in. So you get really bored of it really fast, and so nothing crazy there. And talking about the power cap system, everyone got reset to 10 power, and now it goes up to 450, but every season you get reset. And touching 450 right now, which a lot of hardcore content creators are doing, doesn't really do much because what are you gonna go challenge yourself on, right? You have tier 5 loot and whatnot and this and that, but from a content standpoint, the portal is just recycled content, and a lot of these things are just time gated, whatever new activities there are. Kepler, the destination, the new one in this DLC, only offers one activity, which is the sieve. I'm not really into PvP anymore because it's just, what the hell is PvP at this point? Bungie hasn't updated PvP in like 4 years, it seems like actually. So I'm not even gonna go over that, but yeah, that's where the game sits overall. They have new armor systems, stat reworks, and quality of life changes, like I've been saying. But how much has that really refreshed the game? Well, a lot of people are just not really into it right now, and a lot of people are just like, I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it because you got sunsetted and you're pretty much gonna get sunsetted every single expansion that comes now. So there's a lot of decisions to make, and playing content that is the same other than what is on the new destination, which is Kepler, there's literally not much going for you there. So that's the first take on what you get in this DLC. Now, I'm not just here to completely shit on the DLC because there are some good things about it. I'm going to start off with the fact that we get a new destination, a new environment, which is really nice. And there's, side quests and lots of lore for those people that play this game, specifically to keep up with all that stuff. So, kudos to Bungie for all of that stuff. And then I guess there is also new weapons and armor types, Armor 3.0, where it kind of shifts up the fact that you can't just go from DLC to DLC rocking the same meta. And I know that's like something that's already kind of been in the game, but this DLC really shifts it completely from a systematic standpoint, because we now have things like seasonal armor bonuses, and you rock a 2-piece of something, you rock a 4-piece of something, kind of similar to what another looter shooter game, Tom Clancy's The Division, has implemented in their game, which I also really loved. Is cool. It really allows for some interesting build crafting. But then you ruin that, because at the same time, Bungie has chosen to make the game to where if you're not using only the new stuff, then you're kind of gonna suck. And what I mean by that is you lose out on additional damage resistance, weapon damage bonuses, and all these things that they're simply offering for free, literally for free. All you have to do is rock the new stuff to have that additional perk. And unfortunately, what this does is it divides the community, because it's casual, but at the same time it's hardcore, because you can't get tier 5 loot without playing the game crazy. And at the same time they're trying to make it like, oh no, everyone can just do this and that, but like at the end of the day, everyone wants the end game stuff, right? Things that can actually carry on, rather than just grinding for something and knowing that it's just going to get sunset next season and it's going to be pointless. But the one nice thing that this DLC offered was a whole new raid, which is new content, and everyone loves that. Better yet to mention that everyone loves watching the world's first race, and it's something that Destiny is known for since it's come out. So that was a great experience, other than the fact that 70% cheated on contest day, which is for the first time the craziest thing that has probably happened in the raid community for this game. And considering it's known most for it, is absolutely insane. And this has left players to really consider if they should be still playing this game or not, because it's really freaking bad. So who is this DLC really for? Is this for solo players, new or returning players, or raiders and grinders? My answer is, if you're mostly a solo player or you're coming back from a long break, this is probably who this DLC is made for. It's not for the ones that have been playing since day one, because you're on the same mindset as me where you kind of just like, what the hell do I do? It's more for those players who are like taking a long break, returning, or new to the game, because it's just way too different, and the repetitive grind is not something that's healthy for people who have been playing this game since day one. So, should you buy the Edge of Fate? If you're a dedicated Destiny player, or even someone returning after the final shape, I'd say yes. If you're looking for major content evolution, maybe wait for Renegades, which is the other DLC coming up later this year. Maybe by then Bungie will make some major adjustments and changes, because I know they have a lot of work to do, and it might just outperform the numbers that we have for the Edge of Fate, which are at the all-time lowest. 2 weeks after an expansion, these are the numbers on the screen. Destiny 2 has never faced these numbers after any DLC in the game. I hope this video helped you make a decision. If it did, drop a like, comment, subscribe, give me your thoughts and opinions. Don't forget to join the Discord. I am giving away an Edge of Fate key in there. Link will be in the description. Take care and peace.